Hi friends, thanks for joining me for week 3 of Enchanted Fairy Collab. This has been so much fun. I have absolutely loved seeing what everybody's making. This week I'm going to be making altered and hidden paper clips. I am definitely going to be using up some scraps for this, and altering paper clips and making hidden paper clips is a great way to use up scraps. I will be using parts of my digital kit that I created for this collaboration, the Celtic Fantasy, which if you want to join in, that will be listed in my description box. It's available in my Etsy shop. Please be sure to check out all of the collaborators. Each artist is making something for this collaboration each day, so follow along, join us, participate, use the hashtag Enchanted Fairy Collab. Make sure to tag me. I don't want to miss your video, but I hope you can come along. I'm going to use short and long paper clips, but I'm showing the long ones here. These are 2-inch paper clips, but I want to mention that once I created these, particularly the hidden paper clips, it was easier to use the shorter ones because the long ones end up holding so tight. It was actually a little bit more difficult to get my tags or papers or whatever tucked underneath them. So just wanted to let you guys know that. It wasn't impossible, but the shorter ones just seemed to be a little bit easier to work with, just so you know. At least that was my experience. I am also showing you some of the pieces that I'm going to be working with today. We have images from Celtic Fantasy Digital Kit. That is listed in my Etsy shop if you'd like to get a copy for yourself. I also have some scraps that I'm going to be working with. The other week we made a master board and I ended up cutting it and creating tags. Well, I had a few pieces of scrap, so I'm going to try to use up those today as well. The first thing I'm going to do is cut some papers to the size that I want. You're going to want to cut 2 pieces of paper to create the hidden paper clip. Everything I'm working with is either cardstock or it is like a heavy scrapbook paper. I'm not working with any thin actual paper. Everything's got some firmness to it. I want to show you how to do this first one in real time, and then everything else will be sped up. I don't think you need to see it in regular time for additional ones. So you can see that I bumped this new piece that I'm working with up against the other one to sort of measure it out and make sure it's got to cover the paper clip, but then I didn't really want it to cover the bottom piece. I wanted that to show. So we'll have a nice layered effect. Once this top piece is cut to size, then I will double check it before I break out the glue and then I'll go ahead and glue it on. Today I am going to work with my glue gun, and I'm going to do that because we're working with a paper clip and that's kind of bulky, and I feel like the glue gun can sort of fit around it and take up some of that space. I hope that makes sense. Because I am working with hot glue and it cools very quickly, I'm going to glue one side at a time. So I'm going to do this first side, then once that's down, I'll flip that over and then do the other side. That is the basis of how you make a hidden paper clip. Now it's the fun part. Now we get to go ahead and add trim and embellishments. Now I have to tell you a couple of things. Number one, my friend Kathy of Kathy's Favorite Things makes these, and I had never made a hidden one. I've done embellished ones, and those will be coming up, but I hadn't made hidden. And so I was inspired by her because she makes them relatively frequently, and she always does such a beautiful job. Well, I had never done them, and then I went ahead and I decided to go ahead and do these, and I have to tell you, I am absolutely addicted to them. They were so fun to make. I loved using up my scraps. I loved just having like this little palette to work with to just decorate in any way that I wanted to. Really, really fun to do. So I wanted to give Kathy a shout out. There was another thing I wanted to mention I had on my mind, but I've completely forgotten it, but hopefully it will come back to me. So a third thing has popped into my mind, and I wanted to tell you guys that, and you'll see later on in the video, I'm going to make some of these in all different sizes, and I made a couple of large ones.
And these are fantastic bookmarkers. So I'm actually going to make some for a birthday that's coming up soon, because this person that I'm going to give them to is an avid reader, and I think they'll enjoy. And she reads several books at one time, so I think she'll enjoy having some of these things around to just be able to grab and then pop in her book and hold her page for her. The first one is finished. I love it. Let's try it on a piece of paper. So here we could use this as a bookmarker, as you can see, or you pop it in your journal just like this, and then you can put a tag or a piece of paper or whatever you want. You can just tuck it right underneath, and you can do that on both sides. All right, I am going to make more hidden paper clips, but I'm going to show those to you a little bit later. I want to show you how to make a very simple altered paper clip. Now, there's a lot of ways to do this. Honestly, endless possibilities. But today, we're going to use some satin trim, and we are going to thread that through the paper clip, and then we're going to glue an embellishment on. I also want to mention that I'm going to put a little dab of glue right in the center where you can't see it, but it will hold these satin trims in place. Satin can be a little bit slippery, and they can definitely come undone. So just a little dab of glue will hold them into place. Then you won't have to worry about that. I have a very dark purple flower, which goes great with the kit, and I'm going to go ahead and just hot glue that right on there. And now we have an altered paper clip. And you know, I don't really like to leave the backs looking unfinished, so I'm just going to add a little scrap of fabric. This is the same fabric that I've used throughout the journal, but it just covers the part where it's tied. Now, I didn't even think about it till I was voicing over the video, but I actually could have taken another embellishment, like just a little tiny flower or anything really, and put it over the fabric. I didn't do that, but that is something I could have done. But let's have a look. I think it looks pretty cute. All right, my friends, the big reveal. I'm going to share with you all of the hidden paper clips and altered paper clips that I made today. This is a fantastic scrap buster, you guys. For all of the bases of the hidden paper clip, that's what I used. It was all scrap. And then I embellished it with my digital kit, stickers, as you can see here, some flowers, some die cuts. I love the flexibility of being able to make different sizes. You know, if you have a small journal, you make small ones. You have a big journal, you make big ones. Oh, this right here is one of my very favorite ones. I love that. It's not hidden on the back, so this is an altered paper clip. And I used scrapbook paper and a piece of fabric, and then I went up both sides with flat back gems, and I just love how it turned out. Here is a larger one. This would make a very cool bookmark. I am telling you, my friends, these are addictive and so fun to create. Please be sure to check out all the other collaborators in this fun collaboration. If you want to join in, you can do it. You can buy the kit, or you don't have to. You can create with whatever fairy stuff you have on hand. We'd love to have you. Use the hashtag EnchantedFairyCollab and be sure to tag me so I don't miss your video. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you're following along with the collaboration, and if you are, thank you very much. Let me know which one of these paper clips is your favorite. And let me know if you're new here, and if you are, welcome.
Friends, I hope that you enjoyed seeing how I made some of these hidden paper clips and some of these altered paper clips. I really love them. I'm going to be able to use most of them in the journal that I create for this collaboration. I'm really super excited about that. And now I'm kind of addicted to them, and I think I want to make a bunch of them and use as bookmarks. I do a lot of reading. I have some family members that do a lot of reading, so I think that'll be a lot of fun to be able to do that. Well, thanks for watching. See you soon.